But let's turn attention to Africa now. Well, we're in Africa, where the government of Burkina Faso says they plot to kill the country's military leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, through an attempted coup has been thwarted. The country's security minister said in a broadcast that the plan was hatched by Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Damiba, the military officer ousted by Traoré in September 2022. Now, according to the security minister, a group of officers had planned to assassinate the head of state and to strike key civilian personalities and institutions. But let's bring in Professor of International Law and Strategy. We have Mr. Awarawa joining us now. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so Prof, these stories from the alliance, of the Sahel states keep coming, and sometimes it's quite worrying. I just want to ask you what you make of these latest allegations against Colonel Damiba, and then its validity, considering the history between both men.
No one is sure. It's in the realm of conjecture. We have had things like this previously, where individuals that are seen as figures that are opposed to leading heads of state and presidents being accused of plotting coups and all that. We are not sure, although they are saying that they have some audio information of discussions of attempts to assassinate Traoré. We are not sure. It hasn't been authenticated yet. So considering the fact that Traoré overthrew Damiba, and Damiba continues to, once in a while speak about developments in Burkina Faso, it is not out of place to suspect that it might be a phantom coup, coup allegation. We are not sure, just in the realm of conjecture. That's the summary.
Captain Traoré came into power. He's the product of a coup within a coup. He has also now faced at least 2 coup attempts. It looks like an unending power tussle in Burkina Faso, Prof. Do you think that we are going to see the end of that? And then, how quickly do you think, in light of the situations like this, will Burkina Faso return to political stability?
Yes, our expectation is that at some point, Burkina Faso will return to, political stability. But for now, there is nothing to show that it's something that will take place anytime soon. Burkina Faso has had a long history of coups and counter-coups. Compaoré, and then recently we had Kabore, and then we had Damiba, and now we are having Traoré. And then, of course, Thomas Sankara, whom Compaoré overthrew. So we had a very long history of coups in Burkina Faso, and which is why we always speak about the need for constitutional order, where you have a democratic governance, where there are legitimate and well-structured, processes of transition. Burkina Faso does not have that, and that is why it is facing this problem. It is very unstable, and it is spreading even instability to other countries. For instance, the President Traoré the head of state Traoré is accusing, Côte d'Ivoire of support for Damiba. That is spreading the thing even beyond Burkina Faso to other countries. But we hope that sometime soon, stability can be restored to Burkina Faso when there is order, in their political process.
But Burkinabe authorities are also now alleging, as they've always done, that the plot had been funded by neighboring Ivory Coast. It is not the first time the junta has pointed finger of blame about foreign interference in its affairs at Ivory Coast. This continuing internal power struggles, I'm wondering whether it will further heighten regional tensions, especially between Burkina Faso and Ivory Coast.
Certainly. The accusation against Côte d'Ivoire, of course, Côte d'Ivoire has, rejected it. But, the leadership in Burkina Faso continue to insist that Damiba actually wanted to assassinate him, and that that was supported and funded by Côte d'Ivoire. So, the potentials for regional instability, are very, very, prominent arising from that. Also forget that the coup attempt in Benin Republic a few weeks ago, there are also fingers pointing at Niger as sponsoring. So what West Africa should not be experiencing is what it's experiencing now. I mean, coups and then festering instability arising from these coups, and then accusations and counter-accusations of funding of coups and unsuccessful coups. These are not the things that West Africa needs at this time. Unfortunately, that is the reality we're confronted with.
And Prof, we do have to leave it there. Again, I want to apologize for mixing your designation earlier. Is Professor of International Relations and Strategic Study. I don't know. I speak to you often. I should have that, at the tip of my tongue. Thank you so much, Prof. Always a pleasure to have you on, David Awarawa.
Thanks so very much for having me.
All right, that's what now. For more updates on international stories we're monitoring, you can visit our website, www.tvcnews.tv. You can also follow us on our social media handles. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and on X at TVC News NG. I also have updates for you on WhatsApp and Telegram at TVC News Nigeria, on YouTube or live at TVC News Nigeria. Thanks for watching. I am Precious Amayu.